Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased to provide honorable members an update on the progress of initiatives being offered by the Bermuda Economic Development Corporation to support Bermuda's local entrepreneurs. The BEDC is currently responsible for providing financial support and technical advice to small and medium businesses, for overseeing the economic empowerment zones, for growing outside vendor markets, and for managing vendors and issuing vending licenses. The organization's key objective remains to assist the government in encouraging economic growth for Bermuda's local small and medium-sized businesses. For all it achieves, the BEDC is a relatively small organization. However, it has grown recently to a complement of 14 posts in order to meet the substantial increase in demand for new financial products introduced in the 2018-19 fiscal year, as well as the demands of its expanded entrepreneurship education offerings and entrepreneurial development initiatives. Mr. Speaker, since day one of being elected, this government's focus has been to expand entrepreneurship, to create greater and fairer access to funding for business owners, to remove red tape and roadblocks to business creation, and last but not least, to create opportunities for innovation in Bermuda. I am pleased to say that we are making inroads in each of these areas and that entrepreneurship is growing. There are more accessible options for business financing, bureaucracy is being curtailed, and Bermuda is wholeheartedly embracing innovation. Thanks in part to increased and sustained grant funding the BEDC received in fiscal years 2018-19 and 2019-20 from this government, I'd like to highlight key achievements it has made within Bermuda's entrepreneurial ecosystem. First, under Entrepreneurship Advisory Services. In 2018, the BEDC held a total of 610 one-on-one advisory meetings with entrepreneurs, surpassing the number of meetings in 2017, which was 568, or a 7% increase. More than half of those persons, Mr. Speaker, were entirely new advisory clients to the BEDC, reflecting the work the corporation has done to raise its profile and market its services more strategically. Mr. Speaker, the BEDC has also implemented a series of lunch and learns to supplement its one-on-one advisory services to clients. These lunch and learns provide not just individual clients, but the broader public with specific advice, information, and detailed instructions on how to successfully secure the BEDC's products and concessions, ranging from microloans to duty deferments to payroll tax relief. Since January, 4 sessions have been held with 66 persons attending, and a 5th session was held on September 25th with leading entrepreneurs through the BEDC's loan guarantee process and how to be successful in that process. With entrepreneurship education, Mr. Speaker, the BEDC expanded its remit to develop and offer comprehensive entrepreneurship education portfolio with year-round courses and workshops aimed at improving the business skills of entrepreneurs throughout their business lifecycle. The BEDC's multi-week workshops provide guidance to entrepreneurs at various stages of their business, from ideation and startup phases to stability and growth phases. In 2018, 71 students graduated from the BEDC's multi-week entrepreneurship education courses. Thus far this year, 52 existing and budding entrepreneurs have graduated from the courses. By the end of this year, hundreds of Bermudians will have graduated from at least one of the BEDC's entrepreneurship education courses. Entrepreneurship Financing. The BEDC has worked extremely hard to develop options for business owners to access capital, to reduce overhead and operating costs, and be ready to take advantage of business opportunities. As such, the BEDC has created a range of 9 financial and business products aimed at providing entrepreneurs a hand up and a better chance of success at the startup and sustainability phase of their business. As a direct result of the increased grants funding from this government, the BEDC currently offers the following products to assist entrepreneurs: loan guarantees, general microloans, debt consolidation microloans, sports clubs microloans, retail goods customs duty deferment, new startup entrepreneur payroll tax relief, EEZ payroll tax relief, and EEZ customs duty deferment and vending licenses. Mr. Speaker, 27 businesses were approved during the 2018-19 fiscal year for direct microloans, resulting in $431,816 of BEDC funds being lent, surpassing the previous year's figures. In addition, 20 businesses had their bank loans actively supported by the BEDC in 2018-19 through $1.6 million. I'm going to give the whole figure, Mr. Speaker. $1,693,059 in guarantees, securing a total of $3,816,101 in loan funds. The decision to increase the BEDC's loan guarantee percentage from 50% to 65% resulted in 5 businesses receiving approved bank loans, surpassing fiscal year 2017-18 number for approved loan guarantees. 12 businesses have been approved for microloans in the first 5 months of the current fiscal year, resulting in $183,156 of the BEDC's funds being lent. Multiple applications are actively being processed for both microloans and loan guarantees. The BEDC anticipates surpassing the previous year's approval numbers. The BEDC recognizes that it cannot assist entrepreneurs on its own, and as such continues to partner with Bermuda's financial institutions to also provide access to capital and products to small and medium-sized businesses. In June 2019, the Bermuda Economic Development Corporation Act was amended to allow the BEDC the specific power to engage in the incorporation of entities and the support of public-private partnerships. As a result, the BEDC has seen interest from at least 4 entities. The government also desires to create an environment where entrepreneurs can benefit from economies of scale through the creation of shared assets and infrastructure. The ability for the BEDC to create subsidiary companies based on a public-private partnership model will progress this concept of shared assets for entrepreneurs. And the BEDC is currently seeing the beginnings of this concept with the BEDC's incubators, shared spaces, shared resources, and shared support. The Enterprise Bermuda Incubator was piloted in 2018 with 6 companies in the first cohort incubated for 9 months. 8 new innovative startups have been accepted for the second-year-long cohort in 2019. As a result, Mr. Speaker, 4 new businesses have been launched with 11 jobs created. The BEDC is currently planning to roll out 3 branch Enterprise Bermuda incubators in its 3 economic empowerment zones in 2020. 8 businesses took advantage of the new Startup Entrepreneurs Payroll Tax Relief in 2018, resulting in 19 new jobs in the local market. In 2019, 7 new businesses have been approved for the first-time Entrepreneurs Payroll Tax Relief, bringing 14 new jobs to the market. The BEDC is actively progressing an additional 4 applications. Under youth entrepreneurship, Mr. Speaker, the BEDC is committed to developing youth entrepreneurship in Bermuda. As such, the Summer Student Entrepreneurship Program, which was piloted during the summer of 2018, with 10 students between the age of 14 and 20 years old being selected. The program was designed to promote a culture of enterprise and entrepreneurship as a viable career option and inspire and equip young people in the local community to learn and succeed through enterprise. The program allowed our young people to gain valuable life skills while developing an entrepreneurial mindset to benefit them no matter in their life journey. These students were seeded loan funds, training, and mentorship to establish businesses that earned a total of $20,898 in revenues over a 6-week period, resulting in the BEDC earning a 115% return on its investment. The second cohort of the Summer Student Entrepreneur Program was held for a longer period of 8 weeks this summer, from July 8th to August 31st. Having just concluded the program, 9 student entrepreneurs between the ages of 15 to 25 participated. Now, Mr. Speaker, I know that my statement is long, and I had contemplated not reading the names of these young people, but I said, let me make sure to give them their recognition and their due. First was Maya Thompson, owner of Simply Sweet, a natural beauty products company. Tyler Cook Aitken, owner of Tiki Shack, a snack vending and concession business that operated at Church Bay. Kenai Stowe, owner of BTG, Be the Greatest Designs, a customization and printing business of stickers, clothing, and more. Zila Swan, owner of Apparel Dice, a custom-designed Bermuda merchandise business. Josiah Richardson Webb, owner of Island Events, an event planning business. Giovanni Hollis, owner of Home in One, a property management and landscaping services business. Damari Simons, owner of Aloe, an organic aloe-based beverage popsicle and skin product business. Jaden Taylor, owner of Snack Spot, a beach snack concession business at Horseshoe Bay. And Andres Glasgow, owner of Bermuda's Local Guides, a Twizy guided tour business. Mr. Speaker, as you will note that there were a number of students that were involved in this program, but I had the distinct pleasure of meeting one of these young entrepreneurs, Damari Simons, to discuss his next steps and give him advice on being an entrepreneur when he visited the Cabinet Office. Finally, moving to economic and cooperative development. Mr. Speaker, the BEDC's economic development and cooperative development impact has steadily been growing since the new director was hired in February 2018. 3 information and business planning sessions were held with sports clubs to strengthen their business acumen, and the BEDC is currently processing its first sports club microloan. Promises made, promises kept, Mr. Speaker. The BEDC has completed first-level meetings with key stakeholders within some of our lodges, friendly, and mutual aid societies to better understand Bermuda's early history of cooperative and collective economic structures. The BEDC has commenced a public cooperative development education campaign aligned with international partners aimed at informing the public about what cooperatives are, highlighting Bermuda's long cooperative history, outlining the benefits in forming cooperatives in the 21st century, and explaining how persons can form cooperatives. This education campaign has begun to cement the principles and values of cooperatives in our culture, mapping a solid way forward and a clear pathway for Bermudians to build wealth for themselves in their communities and their country. The BEDC has now conducted 7 workshops and learning sessions providing over 300 Bermudians with information and access to resources on developing cooperatives. Economic empowerment zones. Mr. Speaker, the BEDC is committed to using innovative economic development tools to revitalize and regenerate its EEZs. This summer, the BEDC was tasked with creating an initiative in the St. George's EEZ for the Insignia cruise ship passengers. The BEDC recognized an opportunity to create a more inviting solution and, most importantly, stimulate spending in the St. George's EEZ. The BEDC created the Eat, Shop, Play, Shop to Win initiative, which saw passengers afforded the opportunity to shop at participating St. George's businesses and spend $25 or more to be entered in a draw to win one of 3 grand prizes. Over 4 weeks this summer, the campaign saw 276 visitors participate in spending a total of $17,125 at 34 different shops and restaurants in St. George's, which was a 428% return on investment to the St. George's community based on the BEDC's funding of the program. Mr. Speaker, in the Northeast Hamilton Economic Empowerment Zone, the BEDC continues to meet with stakeholders to come up with solutions to increase activity and commerce in the area. One way is to make the area more attractive to visitors and the public through providing free Wi-Fi throughout the Economic Empowerment Zone and evolving it into an innovation hub through embedding technology throughout the area. As such, the BEDC has released an RFP seeking innovative proposals on supplying Wi-Fi to the Northeast Hamilton Economic Empowerment Zone. Mr. Speaker, although much progress has been made in ensuring new products and services are developed to continue to facilitate entrepreneurship and new business formation on island, the government is desirous of the BEDC focusing on 7 key areas in 2019-2020 it believes can provide further benefit and positive impact economically in Bermuda. Those 7 areas are offering a one-stop shop business startup service, facilitating annual business registration, developing online virtual markets, evolving the EEZs as innovation hubs, creating cooperative enterprises and embedding technology, and finally, shared business assets. Mr. Speaker, as you can see, the BEDC has been extremely busy over the last 18 months and has not slowed down this year in providing all it can for Bermuda's business. This is just a testament to the amount of work that this small team has taken on for the benefit of our local entrepreneurs. The team should be commended for their efforts and should know that this government will continue to support them and the work that is being done to develop a vibrant and thriving entrepreneurial ecosystem in Bermuda. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.